Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to repeat what my colleague Senator Cruz said about Judge Kasubhai, but he's not qualified to be on the federal bench. And everybody on this in this hearing today knows that. You heard the same testimony I heard. He's entitled to his beliefs. Look, about 90% of my personal philosophy is don't hurt somebody unless you have to defend yourself. Don't steal other people's stuff, and leave me alone. If you want to use different pronouns, that is your business. I may not agree, I may not do it, but that's your business. This is America, and you're free to do that. But this judge used his authority to require litigants in his courtroom to do what he thinks is politically correct. And he did that as a magistrate judge. And he'll do it as a federal district judge, and you know it. Once again, I don't care what his political beliefs are, but he has no right as a sitting judge to direct in writing litigants in his courtroom to stand up and introduce themselves by saying, "My name is John Kennedy. My preferred pronouns are."
Hey everyone, welcome back to Hot News Today. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for updates on politics and judicial nominations. Today we're diving into Senator John Kennedy's challenge against Judge Kasubhai's nomination. Stick around to find out why this matters.
Now, the judge said in his testimony that was voluntary. That's not true. I've read the order. And he said, but it's voluntary. It's voluntary. Right. I'm a litigant in his courtroom, paying a lawyer $400 an hour to try to get my case resolved. And the man on the bench who's going to decide my case tells me to stand up and announce my pronoun. That's not voluntary. That's oppressive. And that alone, forget his writings, which Senator Cruz went through very eloquently. That alone tells me that he cannot exercise power maturely. If I could vote no twice, I would. And on this final point, when President Trump nominated people that weren't qualified to be on the federal bench, we killed those nominations.
Let's talk about Judge Kasubhai's nomination. Kasubhai has been nominated for a federal district judge position. Senator Kennedy had strong concerns about this nomination. The bigger question is whether a judge should use personal beliefs in their courtroom. Kennedy believes this is happening and took issue during the hearings. Senator Kennedy didn't hold back during the hearing. I don't care what his political beliefs are, but a judge's job is not to impose those beliefs in the courtroom. Kennedy believes Kasubhai's actions as a magistrate judge, forcing litigants to announce their pronouns, were crossing a line. Kennedy's main issue was that these actions weren't voluntary, despite Kasubhai's claim to the contrary. According to Kennedy, making people announce their pronouns isn't a simple request, it's a directive that has the potential to shape how the case unfolds. The importance of judicial independence. Judicial independence is crucial. Judges must decide based on law, not politics. Kennedy criticized Kasubhai for overstepping his bounds. Such behavior sets a dangerous precedent. It's about keeping the judicial system neutral. The integrity of our judicial system is at stake.
And several people on your side of the aisle, my Democratic colleagues, and on our side of the aisle did it. By my count, we killed 5 of them. Dead as fried chicken. And we didn't do it behind closed doors. We did it here in the committee. We demonstrated they weren't qualified. Now here's your chance. This man is not qualified to exercise power as a federal judge. It's bad enough that he's a magistrate.
Kennedy's speech struck a chord with many. He noted bipartisan efforts to block unqualified nominations. Those nominations were shot down in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Kennedy's message, unqualified nominees regardless of politics should not serve. Conclusion, the debate continues. So, what's next? This nomination isn't over yet. There's still a long road ahead with more debates about Kasubhai's fitness. The Senate Judiciary Committee will take a close look, with more heated exchanges to come. Kennedy made his case, but will other senators share his concerns? That's a wrap for today's video. Hit subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.